Yo, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to be going over my UFC 311 main card predictions. Now, obviously this is my first YouTube video, so I'd appreciate if you can like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll be posting more MMA, boxing, all types of combat sports videos on here. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. So opening up the main card, we got Kevin Holland versus Ritter. And this is an interesting one. On one hand, you've got Holland, who's very streaky. I mean, he can go out there, knock out Joaquin Buckley or submit Michael Chiesa. But he can also go out there and get dominated by Brunson on the ground or get absolutely pieced up by Wonder Boy and MVP. But we also don't know what to expect from RDR. I mean, he looked really sloppy against Gerald Meerschaert in his UFC debut. But he's got some winning qualities that someone like DDP has, and he's the champ of the division. So I'm going to go with the upset here, the underdog in Ritter. I think he gets a couple takedowns in Holland. He might get absolutely pieced up in one of the 3 rounds, but I got RDR by split decision. Next, we got Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Now, Dariush, let's not sugarcoat it. He's well past his prime. I mean, the last time he was out there, December 2023, he got knocked out by Armen in a minute. Before that, he was knocked out by Charles Oliveira. I think his chin and speed are completely gone. Now, he can definitely grapple with Moicano. I would say Dariush still has the edge there, but I see Moicano keeping the fight standing for the most part, outstriking Dariush, with the kicks, the straight right hand, and I have Moicano by unanimous decision. Now, Jiri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. This fight definitely has the best chance of ending in a KO. Now, Hill actually enters as a slight favorite, which is a bit surprising to me, but it's practically a pick'em. I mean, both fighters had really bad performances in their last fight, got one-shotted by Pereira. In Hill's case, it was the left hook. I guess in Yuri's case, it might have been 2 shots, the left hook and then the head kick, but both really average defensive fighters. Now, Hill will probably be in southpaw, trying to land that straight left hand to the body and head. Jiri, he's going to be bouncing in and out of range with that low hand style, trying to land that overhand right. Ultimately, though, I do think the difference in this fight is the footwork. Jiri, he's a bit more bouncy, whereas Hill can be flat-footed, especially coming off the torn ACL and MCL a year ago. So I think Jiri lands the big shot first, probably an overhand right, maybe a left hook. I could see Jiri getting caught early also, like the Rakic fight, and then coming back and landing the big shots. So I got Jiri Prochazka by round 2 TKO. Now for the first title fight, Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. I do think the odds are very disrespectful, with Umar at minus 325 as the challenger, and the champion Merab at plus 260. I know you can never bet against Nurmagomedov, but Merab is a very good champion. I think those odds are really steep. Now, I would say Merab is the better pressure fighter and chain wrestler. I mean, the pace he puts on from round 1 to round 5 is grueling. He's the only fighter in the UFC that can attempt, 30, 40 takedowns a fight. But Umar's a super well-rounded fighter too. He can scramble, he can wrestle. We saw that in the Corey Sandhagen fight. But his advantages are really, with the striking, the kicks, especially to the body, and then he comes up top to the head. He's got a really good straight left hand, good distance control. I think Umar will win most of the striking exchanges. On the ground, I think they'll be pretty even. Umar might get taken down a couple of times, but he'll scramble out of that position. So I got Umar by a very close decision. And lastly in the main event, Islam versus Armen Part 2. Now, both of these guys are really freaking good. I mean, Islam went strike for strike with Dustin Poirier in his last fight, and Poirier's a top 3 or 4 boxer in the UFC. And then obviously when it comes to the grappling, Islam is world class. But Armen's a really well-rounded fighter too. I mean, good right hand, solid kicks, good grappling, and both of these guys are really strong for lightweight. Now, I will say, I do think Armen Tsarukyan has the better cardio. So if Islam can't consistently go to the takedowns or land a bunch of big shots, maybe Armen ekes out a very close decision. But that being said, I do think Islam will get at least 3 to 4 takedowns. Maybe Armen gets 1 or 2 takedowns of his own, but I don't think he'll have the control time that Islam has. I see Islam winning, 2 to 3 of the first rounds, maybe 1 of the championship rounds, and I have him by a 3-2, maybe a 4-1 type decision. Anyways, those are my UFC 311 picks. Let me know your predictions down in the comments, and since I'm now starting with my YouTube, I'll be posting more videos. Please subscribe, help me out there. And if you got any video ideas, let me know. I'll definitely try to get to them, but thanks for watching, guys.